Pat from Moonachie, you're gonna be missed, my brother. You're gonna be missed. I I'm really I was really bummed out by the passing of Pat from Moonachie. For the people that don't know, he was a legend on the Opie and Anthony show. The guy became incredibly famous for the eggnog drinking contest, where he drank so much eggnog he beat everybody else in the competition. And then Pat Duffy, who was an intern at the time, just put his head over a huge garbage pail, and Pat ended up puking up just an ungodly amount of eggnog. It was coming out like a fire hose. That video over the years has done really well on social media. My version of it got yanked a million years ago by YouTube. A million years ago, I had the original video, and the damn thing did millions and millions of views, and then YouTube yanked the whole freaking thing. They're like, we can't have this on YouTube. So it's kind of hard to find a really good, solid, crystal clear copy of that, but they're out there. The guy was like the king of puns. The guy was just naturally really, really funny. Over the years, I talked to Pat about trying to do stand-up. I'm like, Pat, doing stand-up's not easy. I hate people that go, just do stand-up. You got to work really hard at it. But I really thought that Pat had natural abilities to be a great stand-up comic if he put in the work and went for it. But he never did. My regret with Pat from Moonachie is that we didn't use him more on the show, because he was so naturally funny and naturally gifted. But every time he was on, he just crushed. And over the years, he was in just absolutely terrible, terrible health. I mean many others. This is where the Opie and Anthony community absolutely does rock. A whole bunch of us over the years helped help Pat with this and that. Always lending a helpful hand and giving him money for his medical bills, and giving money to fix up his trailer and take care of his pets. And a whole bunch of us did a whole lot for Pat. And he was very, very appreciative of all that. And the guy, his attitude was unbelievable, man. He had such a great sense of humor that he was joking all the way to the grave. He knew in the last year or two he was in deep trouble. They took his foot. They took a lot of his leg. And then when we all raised money to help Pat out on that one. And then recently he was back in the hospital because they were trying to save his leg. He was tweeting on November 17th, I think was the last day. And a week later, he died. But he's in the hospital just fucking joking the whole time. And I think we can all learn something from that. And hearing about his passing really, really bummed me out. I'm not going to oversell it. It wasn't like we were friends. It wasn't even like we kept in touch a lot. But from time to time, I would check in with him, or he would check in with me. And he was just a solid, solid human being with a heart of gold, a kindness in him that honestly was almost second to none. He didn't have much at all, but he would help anybody. I remember I used his moving company, which was just him and his really shitty van that looked like it wasn't even going to make it down the block, to move a few things when I first got a house way out east, my first house way out east, and he wanted to do it for free. I'm like, Pat, no. I said, no, I'm going to pay somebody to do this. So I'm paying you today. Oh, okay. Never want to take anyone's money. Never want to be a bother to anybody. But the guy was, he was the genuine article, as I think John Candy said. I think that's the quote. He was the genuine article. He was the real deal. He was the real deal. And I just assumed, that Pat would outlive us all, because he just had that type of energy. And on Monday, I'm just, scrolling around like the rest of you. And all of a sudden I see, what? Pat, what? and it hit me like a ton of bricks, and it really just bummed me out. And it brought me back to the old days of Opie and Anthony when the show was just fucking crushing. So Pat from Moonachie, you're gonna be missed, my brother. You're gonna be missed. And that's more or less I got on the Pat from Moonachie. A lot of people asking me, and look, I said it online. The baby bird, when it's all said and done, and I guess it is all said and done because there hasn't been a new Opie and Anthony show in God knows how many years at this point. I truly believe the baby bird was the greatest radio bit, not only on the Opie and Anthony show. I think it's the greatest radio bit ever done. I would put that bit up against anything out there. I think back to all the people that are no longer with us that did the Opie and Anthony show. The list is pretty fucking large at this point. It is pretty fucking large. And I don't know if Pat from Moonachie died on the same day as Patrice, but it was really, really close. I think that was weighing heavy in my heart too, because every year I don't really want to know the day that Patrice left us, but all of a sudden that hits you. You turn on your social media and it's like, oh, it's today. Okay. I always know it's right around Thanksgiving. And I think we just passed the 11th year anniversary of Patrice O'Neal's passing as well. So I think that was weighing heavy on me too. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like fucking live streaming. I just want to chill out. And that's why I wasn't on yesterday. And then the day before, I just, for Pat from Moonachie, I just, faced the camera out the window and just had the sunrise. I wonder who got all his pets. Yeah, I pray that Pat from Moonachie was an animal lover too. I pray that someone is taking care of his pets because he really gave a shit about his animals. Yeah, we did that, Sean. We did a Cribs episode with Pat from Moonachie in his trailer. He lived near the airport in Moonachie. To all the haters saying Opie could have helped Pat out financially, do you have any idea how expensive it is having multiple properties in New York? I don't know where this is coming from. I know what I did for Pat from Moonachie, and I absolutely did my share over the years. So if someone is trying to start some bullshit with that, they're just simply out of touch and have no effing idea. Okay? Thank you. Guys, have a great day. And Pat from Moonachie, rest in peace, my brother.